everyone needs definitely a break. If you are being too overwhelmed, always find time to take a break. It's a very, very important, not just for your body itself, but for your mental. We are talking about physical fitness, what it means to be physically fit. So that's what we're going to talk about and continue to talk about. So if you have any questions at all, please do ask that, or any information that I have just mistakenly said. What I'm going to share with you today is kind of like articles that I've read and kind of like look into, but I always tell you guys, cross-reference things that you are kind of like doubtful if it's correct or not. So make sure to practice that, because it's also good for you mentally, your brain. Your brain needs information. You have to centrally kind of like massage your brain from time to time. And knowledge and education for me is sexy like that. So I hope I can actually influence you to think that these are informations that are sexy and you actually need that in your own life. Physical fitness refers to the ability of your body systems to work together efficiently to allow you to be healthy and perform activities of daily living. So being efficient means doing daily activities with the least effort possible. And this is what I'm trying to highlight to everyone. Physically fit means doing things in the least effort possible. So what I mean with that is, Tagalog muna tayo, ayan, because I really want this to actually be very, very informative, and I'll do it in English and Tagalog. So Tagalog muna, guys. Napapansin nyo naman siguro na habang kayo ay tumatanda, may mga bagay kayong ginagawa katulad ng paglalakad or pag-akyat panaog sa hagdanan na parang ang hirap-hirap na dati naman ay kaya-kaya ninyong gawin. Diba? Pamamalengke sa Divisoria ng isang araw kung kayo man ay ganun, o pagluluto kung yun ang inyong trabaho, pinagkakakitaan. May mga pagkakataon na maiintindihan nyo yung katawan nyo ay humihina. At ito ang ibig sabihin kapag physically fit, ang kalusugan mo. Ito yung mga bagay na kahit pa ikaw ay tumatanda, madali pa rin gawin para sa'yo. Hindi siya masyadong effort gawin kasi physically fit ka. So, in English, guys, this is just being physically fit. When you get old, there are certain things that you probably even you yourself should be aware that you're saying. Like back in the day, you probably even run, up the stairs. As once you get old, you couldn't even like do 50 steps at a time without even grasping for a breath. If you are that, then that means you're physically unfit, because being physically fit means doing things in the least effort possible. That's kind of like the keyword for the day. Who are you calling old? Everyone, except for me, because I don't get old. When it comes to physical fitness, there are actually parts of physically fit. Physical fitness is made up of 11 parts, It's like our life. There are lots of factors in our life, and physical fitness is also has factors and components. And there are skill related. There are 5 skill related. All of the parts are important to good performance in physical activity, including sports. So if you are into sports, all sports, even Formula 1 drivers are very, very into fitness. But the 6 are referred to as contributing to health-related physical fitness. And these are the ones that you should really watch out for if you are getting old. And because scientists in kinesiology have shown that they can reduce your risk of chronic disease and promote good health and wellness. And these parts of fitness are body composition, cardiorespiratory endurance, flexibility, muscular endurance, power, and strength. They also help you to function effectively in daily activities. Things that you are actually should really pay attention, especially we just had pandemic, right? First 3 are especially important. Why am I talking about this, guys? You probably should be asking why ICEE should be digging deep into this stuff. Because these are the stuff that we actually don't really focus. What are the benefits? Usually we focus on how we are going to be perceived You know, like in Tagalog, it's balik alindog, magpa-sexy, magpaganda. It's more on like what actually it benefits from the outside. Like people will flock on you. I've said this many times. If you're a 2, you know, if you're a person and a 1 to 10 rank and you're a 2, if you had that six pack, if you had that nice body, you're gonna bump up to 5. Why am I talking about this? Is because I want you to actually understand that fitness, physical fitness, it's not just about how your body gonna look like. It's more on the long term that we actually try to not pay attention. We only pay attention to this once we are already in pain. We're already sick. You know, that's the only time, or we're already obese in the matter. You know, when you get to obese, then that's the only time you'll actually do necessary stuff too. But why? Why would you're already here, guys? You're already here. I got you covered. As the name implies, skill related physical fitness components help you perform well in sports and other activities that require motor skills. It's not just about being an athlete. If you're a person who likes to hike, who likes to surf, you know, those are sports, even though you're not competing. Those are sports. And if you really want to feel good, it helps you perform. And for example, speed helps you in sports such as track and field. And these 5 parts of physical fitness are also linked to health, but less so than health-related components. So basically, these are just your skills. You know, if you're into anything of physical fitness competition or like tournaments and stuff like that, this definitely is for you. For example, among older adults, balance, agility, and coordination are very important for preventing falls. And you can actually see a lot of statistics that says when you reach 60-year-old, you are more prone to basically have broken hip because of your balance. You know, you are unbalanced. So if you are actually doing physical fitness, then these things would probably lessen. The possibility of you slipping off and hurt yourself is less than it could be more. Ganon. Very important for preventing falls, which is a major health concern, and reaction time relates to risk for automobile accidents. This is the muscle memory. In Japan, we have a ton of problems when it comes to seniors and old people who still drives, and it always kind of like a worry because we have so much incidents and accidents. How do I make six-pack body while always feeling lightheaded when gained the weight while... Oh, okay, let's do this one. So meaning, this is what I mean probably. When you're lifting weights, you feel lightheaded, right? This is the reason that there's a lot of funny and memes out there of people who lift weight and then being unconscious. Because you're holding your breath. Like you breathe and then you hold it. You don't breathe while you lift. That is a bad technique. And that's why I'm always saying this. Breathing, you think it's just something that, you know, all of us has. You know, you'll be very, very amazed and shocked that a lot of people doesn't actually know how to lift weights. Just for the basic part of when to breathe in and when to breathe out. Breathe out when you're putting effort or force. Practice the breathing. You know, you breathe in when you're going, when you're preparing yourself, and breathe out when you're lifting it off. Squatting, you breathe in when you go down, you breathe out when you go up. It's kind of like a technique, and it's not something that, don't be frustrated if at first you can't really perfect it. So make sure your breathing is in that kind of way. Do you do compound lift? Yes. You know, the thing that I just don't do when it comes to lifting, to be specific, is basically bench press. I don't do bench press. There are a lot of things that I can do when it comes to that. And also like, with a normal power rack, you know, like doing squats and that. It's like, it's something that I'm never really a fan of. I'm short. I'm a very small girl. Maybe intimidation is always a part of it as well because I'm really short and I'm very limited when it comes to machines or the things that I have to use. So I have to basically find ways to do certain exercises that is actually also replicating those exercises that I'm not personally doing for myself. So don't be disappointed if there are exercises that your favorite influencer or fit influencer or whoever that you're watching, you can't do exactly what they're doing. Exercises, there's no one size fits all. You know, people have different tastes, people have different body types. So you have to find something that is actually your body would like, because stressing can create hormones that you don't want, that makes you fat. So you have to understand these little things. So you basically kind of like in a long term, you are just not physically fit, but you're also mentally, emotionally, and overall fit. Basically, that's what I'm saying. I hope I answered your question. And if I mistakenly understood the question, you can always ask more questions for me. Looking cute, or should I say hi, Miss Cheetah? Ayan, thank you, thank you. I like leopard stuff, guys. Thank you. So, ayan, dami natin sinabi, guys. Ayun, nakaano na ba tayo? Diyos ko po, guys. Ano ba nangyari?